Feeling dirty? Make sure to stay tuned in for the dirty truth. Coming up next.
And we're live. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Hello.
It's Taco Tuesday somewhere in California. How you doing, Roselle?
Hello. I'm good.
Good. You had a good weekend, I take it. You did.
Yes.
Family and friends and all that extra good stuff.
Yep.
You're like, yeah.
I did some pole workshops. Like I'm really like over pole.
When you say pole workouts, what do you mean by pole workouts? Was it with a man or with an actual pole?
With an actual pole. Actually, there's a lot of pole stars, and we have an
pole stars.
Yeah, they actually travel and teaches in privates and workshop all over the country, all over the world. Actually,
was your instructor a man or a woman?
Both.
Both? Was it at the
actually,
same time?
No, it's like I have some females, I have some males instructors.
Okay.
I actually have a burlesque male instructor.
Did it make you feel a certain kind of way?
I can twerk now.
You could twerk.
I did a booty pop.
Somewhere in America, Miley Cyrus is still twerking.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Did you see her new video?
No, I haven't.
It's like something about he's naked. She's naked.
Butt naked?
Butt naked.
She's like 100. Well, I mean, you could be sexy and be 100 pounds. So.
She's naked and just swinging.
Really?
Yeah, I'll send you the
swinging
link.
What?
Swinging.
She has no ass, no what is she swinging?
She's swinging on this wrecking ball.
All right, enough about Miley Cyrus. Enough about Miley Cyrus. What else we got? We have questions from our audience.
Yes, we have questions.
Let's get into the questions because I know most people probably watch the first half of the show and waiting for their questions to be answered. So go ahead.
Okay. Questions. Is dating your friend's ex-girlfriend acceptable? What is the man code for that?
Man code for that? Whew.
Is dating?
How close are they?
I don't know.
Because it's over from that point on. That's Miley Cyrus. You know what she looks like? She looks like an underage version of the guy that lost to Rocky. That wife, the wife of Drago. She looks like a 16-year-old version of Drago's wife. She's on a bully. I mean, that's pretty artistic.
Yeah,
I mean that's artistic. I mean, she's 21, so I guess she can. She's 21, right?
Song. I think she's 20.
20. Oh, she hadn't even had her 21st. Imagine what her 21st. If she's doing that at 20, I want to be at her 21st birthday party because that might be some good times. No, take Miley Cyrus off. We're tired of looking at her. Everyone look at me. Look at me. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay, is dating your friend's ex or your homeboy's
Yeah, that's Drago's wife. Yeah, don't she like an underage version of Drago's wife? Yeah, just like Drago. Yeah, it does. You're right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That hairstyle.
Yeah, exactly right. Mm-hmm. So go ahead. I think if they're close, it's definitely a no-no. Like, there's no comeback for that. Like, from that relationship just deaded itself. Mm-hmm. It's no way I can have sex with my boy's girl. Not unless it was a situation where it was his jump off. Because if it's his jump off, then more than likely they will more than likely share anyway, you know.
Maybe I'm just, living in a la 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 land.
You're not living in la la land. Stop acting like you're all naive.
I mean, it's just that I do know what the jump up is. I've seen it. It's just not part of my life. I just cannot imagine men sharing women. They're always going to have that hunter feeling that even though she's just a jump off, she's his jump off. She will never be the other's man jump off. Mm-hmm. They're always going to be like a territorial thing there. Yeah,
because he did it first, quite possibly. But at the end of the day, if she's a jump off, then she's exposable. She can easily be replaced. But if it's like your girlfriend. No.
Girlfriend.
No.
Even though it's a short-term girlfriend, like 3 months, and it just didn't work out, but it's a girlfriend.
No, you can't go there because, it's kind of like two-pronged. One, for the relationship, and two, you have all the answers to the test. So, for example, if your boy confides in you, you're going to know what pushes her to the right and what pushes her to the left. So you basically have the cheat sheet to get the girl.
Uh-huh.
You know, and because women are emotions fuel their actions, leaving a relationship, and insanity is the opposite of love, right? So with those all things being equal, she will find great pleasure in hurting him to the core, even if it requires that she gives herself to a man.
Damn. So it's a no. That's a man code.
So you no way. So how about girls on the girls?
Well, I had
girls share like they. Anyways, you answer the question.
No, but for me, I had an experience like I was dating this guy and we stayed friends, and then one of his homeboy actually asked me if he can get my number, and I just said, "Why don't you ask him if it's okay? Then I'll give it to you." It's just I put the ball on his court.
So what happened?
He never asked me for my number, so I will just assume that he asked for.
Why are you nervous?
Huh?
Are you lying? You're lying. You're lying. Why are you nervous? Your palms are sweaty.
No, it's
if
not
y'all can
sweaty.
see this paper, her palms are. You're dripping.
It's not dripping. It's just I didn't get my manicure because of my pole for the whole weekend, and it's
you're so
just
full of
my
excuses today.
cuticle. I'm full of excuses. See, he has no compassion. See, this is what happened in here. I told him today you're just so edgy.
I'm probably very edgy, you know.
Very, very edgy, sarcastic. And I'm a woman. I'm soft. I want to be, we just talk, not because we want advice. We just want to talk.
Okay. So the guy didn't. So the guy didn't get your number. You didn't give the guy your number. I don't believe that one bit, Roselle.
It happened. I even told you the day after.
I don't remember.
I told you the day after.
We've had so many conversations. I forget.
It's Mr. Bentley. I told you.
Okay. I guess I'm going to pretend to remember that comment so we can move on with the next question.
This second question, you have to answer this. Is size a deal breaker?
No, I'm going to ask you. Is size no, I'm putting it on you. Don't ask me. Because I'm going to lie. Go ahead. I'm not going to lie, but
it's not a deal breaker.
It's not. Why isn't size a deal breaker?
Well,
it's $1 million question.
Yeah. So if he knows how to use, if he's an average man.
Why you do average man like this? Why did you do that?
If he's an average man.
What do you date? Elephants?
No, it's just a hand gesture.
Man, what do you date? Horses? You said if he's an average man.
He's a hand gesture. I'm not showing.
Okay, yeah, that's more like it. All right, go ahead.
If he's an average man, but he knows how to satisfy his women. Okay. But the thing is, women get satisfied not just sexually doing by the size. It's also, I told you, it's like hearing. Mm-hmm. If he communicates well, the foreplay is really good, the sound and smell, he's doing his job as a good boyfriend, that is not a deal breaker. We can overlook it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And there's always
so what does
toys.
Toys. Okay. Detail. People are listening. We want more.
But even more.
Like
for you.
You get a cotton mouth on it.
Only been in the first 6 minutes.
What is more? You said toys. What does it?
Toys.
Be more
There's
explicit.
Seminars.
More explicit. More explicit. We need it. Men need help. Not many men are blessed. Not many men. I'm one of the few. Like, I'm blessed.
Mr. Tripod.
Go on. So, what does a guy do if he has a 4-inch pecker? What does he do?
He really has to have a good idea what is a good foreplay.
Give him examples. No, they need examples. We're going to spend this next 3.5 minutes talking about what a man needs to do. Be explicit. You are the barometer for all women right now.
Well, you have a chapter on this book. Eat her candy.
Yeah, eat her candy. So what else? Eat the candy. What else?
Eat the candy. Take her to a toy store. Take her to seminars. You need to educate yourself. You got fingers, right? And then, of course, take her to travel. If she likes to go public, then go ahead and do it in a public.
Voyeurs.
Yes, there's other ways to satisfy her. Okay. But in the end, it's always the communication that makes a woman want to stay in a relationship.
So you have to just his dick. Verbally stimulate her.
Yes.
Verbally. You got to do it all. It may be a little bit more expensive because orgasms buffers a woman's soul, right?
Man, I love that. Okay, do you think it's a deal breaker though?
I've never been on that side of the fence.
Have you heard any of your man that says, I got dumped because I have a short dick?
No man would ever admit to that.
Right?
No man would ever, from man to man. And this is not just, I'm not homophobic, but I'm just from a heterosexual male. Like, my inner circle is probably, and I know them from my sports life. So, I mean, we've taken showers in the same locker room. So you get to, I mean, this is going to sound weird to the outside audience, right? But not to me. And we know each other. Like, for example, like, we know. So it's not like, I mean, there were jokes like not my inner circle, but like friends in college that on the football team, basketball teams that were not well endowed. And they get jokes in the locker room. But my inner circle, I don't.
It's just men doesn't talk about it.
No, we don't talk about it. I've never had a guy come to me and say, she's dumped me because my penis is too small. I've never had that conversation with a man.
Big or small, you need to eat her candy.
You need to eat the candy.
You dedicated a chapter. He really dedicated a chapter. How important?
I did. And
in his book.
Yeah, and people don't know. Here's what I tell you. Said eating candy, right? It's a real simple solution. People say alphabets, right? But you also keep in mind that women are attracted to sound and smell. So you have to be verbal when you're eating candy. You can't just eat candy and just no sound. In order to heighten her experience. I mean, because at the end of the day, you know where her pot of gold is. Like, it's her clitoris and et cetera, et cetera. So you want to add more layers to her excitement factor. So you want to talk smack to her. You want to make sounds. Like, if you're doing a letter of the alphabet, say that. And you want to do B, say buh. You want to say C, you say we got 23 seconds. But, I mean, you want to add a layer. It's not just eating the candy. It gets more. Like, you want to squeeze her from behind. You want to pull her. It's so much more you can do. And I encourage you guys to go get the book, Why Did I Sleep With Him? And you'll learn more on how to do that. And it's
really a good chapter. I like it.
Obviously, you've been with men that are not well endowed. We'll come back and dig more into Roselle's sex life when we get back. Fred and Roselle, Dirty Talk Radio, and Sharp Fred will be right back.
Building a custom home or business is a huge deal. For some, it's the largest project they'll take on in a lifetime. Choosing your team may be the most important part of ensuring a successful building project. Starting a project by working closely with Core Design will create what's just right for your lifestyle and your property. But selecting the right builder is perhaps the most important part of creating the team. At Core Design's, customer service, quality craftsmanship, and integrity are the keys to our company philosophy. Your custom construction dreams are just a phone call away. Core Design at 213-453-1609. Once again, that number is 213-453-1609.
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bankmark, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
Have your attention? When it comes to tequila, two things matter: heart and passion. Never compromising integrity for mass production. Number one tequila delivers the goods. Taste the heart and passion of Mexico in every bottle. We make it right. We make it fun. Superior tequila. There's only number one. There's only number one. There's only number one.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home. At AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR and Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-882-1976. Or you can log on to www.agrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos Español.
We always come back on the downbeat.
I know.
So let's jump into the topic. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're 3 months in, huh? June 1st we started. The first week of June. June 4th. July, August, kindergarten. 3 months in. Thank you guys for all your support and all your Facebook
We're in a committed
and email
relationship now.
Yeah.
Usually it's the 3 months, and then you decide if you want to stay in a relationship or not.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
Don't panic out there, guys. It's not an earthquake.
That's
Our
when the
engineers
guy's starting
adjusting.
to pull away, trying to test if you're gonna be like the drama queen and try to take
Are
it
you a
all
drama queen?
personal. No.
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 Oh my God! This is why I want to answer the third question, but we don't have time.
Okay.
We talk too much about the size.
Okay. Anyways, go ahead. All right, what's the topic for today, Roselle? Please.
Okay, the topic
let's move
today is
forward.
those things like bitches be like, nigga be like. I like the single be like, married be like. It's single ladies versus married or taken or in a relationship. Which group is happier? So there's a question actually. Are married women or men happier than single ladies?
You know what? Some black woman would probably about that. Did she just say the N-word? and they're like, Fred didn't say nothing. I'll chastise her on break. I don't want to. I'll beat her up on break. Just so you know, I heard it. All right. So don't think that I can't hear this in this headphone. But anyways, guys, I'll chastise her. I won't slap her in public because I don't want to go to jail. But anyways, go ahead.
Please.
All right.
Are married women or men happier than the single ladies or
so is it better to be married versus single? What do you think?
Well, I don't think I put it here. I want to make sure. I don't think one group is happier than the other.
You don't?
There's always a pros and cons about it. Men or women are different biology, how they were nurtured. And it's just like, if you're married, you always have to deal with your man. And if you're arguing, you always have to, end up in the same bed. And you have to deal with it. But when you're single, there's always the downfall of being lonely and you're going to miss, the companionship. And being married before, I made a list.
Don't bore the audience, please. Don't bore the audience.
I made a list.
Pick two. You got like 30 things down there. Just say 2 things, please.
I made a list. Really, I made a list.
If you say list one more time.
Because you keep cutting me off.
All right, go ahead.
Dang, right? I made a list of what I miss on being in a relationship.
Okay.
I do have a boyfriend, but being married.
You have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that later. Let's talk about that later. All right, go ahead.
Okay, first is the safety.
Sure.
It's the safety, just someone always have your back, has your back. And someone who you would travel with.
Married life, yeah.
Yeah.
Companionship.
Yes, you're planning ahead and you just, let's go. When you see pictures in the magazines and I want to go there and
sure.
that. Emotional support.
As much as we can.
Yeah. And of course, someone you just snuggle with. And especially on the holidays when it's Christmas. That's when actually the single people actually say, shit, I want to have someone right now.
Also, one of the most important things is the consistency of having someone there. Like, it's consistent, meaning that they're going to be there 7 days a week, 365. Having that consistent companionship, having that rock is going to be there, no matter how bad your day was or how great your day was. It's like having kids. You're coming home. You're not coming home to an empty house.
Yep.
So, but from a male's perspective, marriage is a learned behavior. And people are going to disagree, but this is the flat-out truth. There's a small percentage of men in our society that dreams of their wedding day.
Men?
Men. I'm speaking for men. I'm not an expert on being a woman.
Well, women, of course, is a given. There's just always an alluring idea that if we meet the right person and get married, relationship, get married, have babies, everything is just gonna come to right places. It's wrong. For some reason, there's always that alluring. I never thought a man would think of that.
Okay, we don't think of our tuxedo with our bright red cummerbund and her father handing this beautiful woman over to him. I've never fantasized about that day. I'm being candidly honest with you. I've never fantasized about it. But marriage is a learned behavior. And when a synonym for marriage to a man is keeping the girl. It's not the laws that govern marriage. It's I'm going to marry this woman because I don't want no other man to have her. We marry under that core principle. We can love someone, yes, but when we marry, we're saying you're mine forever, and no one else can have you. It's not that happily ever after. Although we want that, and we want that for our woman and for us. However, at the end of the day, it's a protection clause. I'm marrying you, getting you off the market because I want to be the only one to make love to you and provide for you. And that's at the.
You just can't stand her to be with someone else.
No, because men are territorial. You know, it's almost that would drive chaos in a man's mind if he knows the woman that he loves is quite possibly with another man or fancying over another man. It will drive a man insane, and men react different. I mean, men beat up their wives, men just walk away, or they choose to deal with it. But how they deal with it is totally up to the man. But that idea is not a welcoming. No, and because women are more emotional. See, we're tactile, so when we think of a relationship, we think hands-on. We think sex, love, and rock and roll, right?
It's not the rational part of it, not the emotional part.
No, it's definitely not the emotional part. It's more the tactile. It's more the sex, buy the house, take care of the cars, change the engine, take care of the engine, et cetera, like that. So it's more the tactile part where we learn to connect with a woman. This is where the marriage and the 30 years of marriage come in. It's connecting with the woman on a spiritual and emotional level. And that's a learned effort for a man, because in our younger age, how I connect with all my peers is I throw them a ball. See, I throw my friend a ball. He catches it the way I like it. He's my friend, right? If I say, hey, you want to go to the movies Friday night? He says yes. That's how we connected. You get what I'm saying? So most of my peers are derived from either I'm catching his pass or he's catching my pass. I mean, literally, like whether it's a football, whether it's a basketball, whether it's a skateboard, or whether it's a science book, or whether you guys are studying to be CEOs of Apple per se, you know. But it doesn't come. I don't know. I can't say a friend right now that I've had where the genesis of our relationship has come from a spiritual sense. Like you have pastors, and that's a given, but I very few of my friends that I have come from a spiritual sense, more tactile and more of competing and stuff like that.
It's always, I just never thought, because it's just not, I know that the man's DNA doesn't say us to be monogamous. It's not. It's really
no. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's dig a little deeper. Monogamy is a learned behavior for a man. I mean, it's just
and you know what it is? It's because of the testosterone.
Testosterone.
Yeah, I actually research it. See?
God damn.
Because okay, they're saying I have to have a scientific proof. Why is this not working? Women, I asked some of my girlfriends
I'm not bored. I'm just looking like this.
It's like why women criticize men for being insensitive. Look at the list. I asked my girlfriends about it. Insensitive.
Did this topic draw an emotion out of you?
I'm very passionate about it.
Okay, continue.
Okay, that they're uncaring, they're not listening, no compassion, they're not talking.
You're nagging right now. Not. You're nagging right now.
I'm making a list of what they told me, and I have a list of
You're nagging. You know what that sounds like to a man? Charlie, that thing in Charlie around want. You sound like ugh.
But that's being a woman. If you don't want that, then go date your homeboys.
No, that can't happen. But you can't start. You can't say not To a man,
But
it
that's
doesn't
what
work.
it is.
Roselle, that doesn't
Okay.
work. You can't say he's not doing this. He's not doing that. That doesn't work.
But that's. Can I finish
Oh,
my
yes.
list?
Okay, finish. Go ahead.
I cannot believe this.
That's what it sounds like to a man.
Okay. They said that they want to have sex rather than make love.
Men.
Yes.
Yes, it's a sport. Sex is a sport until we fall in love.
Okay. Now the men's list. I asked my homeboys, I called my homeboys, I texted them and I asked them what you think about women. What are most problem?
Mm-hmm.
And they
Naggings. Talk too much.
they talk too much.
Exactly.
They talk too much
They gain
without
weight.
getting to the point.
They gain weight.
And then they can't drive.
They can't try.
They don't know how to read maps. And lack of sense of direction, of course, not initiating sex enough.
Sure.
I guess men wants women to initiate sex first.
Remember, this is going to be an aha moment for everyone in America. The only way a man can be physical with his woman is through intercourse. The only way he is allowed to slap you, punch you, bite you, choke you is in intercourse. Outside of the bedroom, that is considered assault, right?
Yeah.
How I acknowledge my friends, if we're watching football and Eli Manning throws a touchdown to Victor Cruz and he's saucing in the end zone, I punch my friend. No, I'm serious. Like, nah, whatever. I jump, I punch him. Hey, we're only down by 6, but we turn the ball over. But what I'm saying is that's the only way we can initiate physicality in a relationship is in the bedroom. Outside of the bedroom, you're calling the police. If I bite my woman in the kitchen, that's assault. If I punch my woman walking down Whittier Boulevard, I'm going to jail.
Course, yes.
Right? However, if I punch her in the bedroom, it's a turn on. You get what I'm saying? So women must understand. Women must understand this. It is in our DNA to be physical. That's why sex is a sport for us. We want to bite you, choke you, beat you up, throw you off the bed, jump on top of you, suplex you. Remember, we grew up watching wrestling and playing football.
I have nothing against it. I do. I like my man handle me in bed. But the thing is, there is just some moments.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah. There's some moments that we want something different. We want soft and, making
that can
love.
be provided. That can be provided. However, when you're having sex in that center of the ring, you must know a man's DNA. When we're coming back. Dirty Truth Radio, Fred and Roselle. This is getting really good. So you guys might want to come back because I'm about to. I might choke, punch, and bite Roselle, and then we'll come. Either we're gonna call the cops or something else. We'll come. We'll figure it out later. All right, we'll be back.
Nurses Life Express provides unique apparel for all the hardworking nurses that wear many hats. It is apparel that expresses nurses' amazing, humorous, and caring personalities. After all, nurses are as influential as their united goal to help others. Nursing's not easy, but somebody's got to do it. For more information, please call 562-270-4312 or visit their website at www.nurselife.com. www.nurselyfe.com. Nurseslife.com, where nurses' lives are expressed.
3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch.
Make your team look like pros with custom lineup cards. Whether you are a travel team, rec team, all-star team, or just some old guys playing slow pitch, we can make your team look a little better with some custom lineup cards. For the umpire, for the opponent, for the scorekeeper, for the dugout, no matter where your lineup card goes, you will look like a big league team with your team logo and name on top of your personalized lineup card. Just visit CustomLineupCards.com. With the best prices in town, you are sure to hit a home run with us. Visit CustomLineupCards.com and go pro.
Are you watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
Hi, I'm Alex Alanis.
And I'm Alonso Rodriguez.
And we are Real Estate Rant. Every Wednesday morning between 10 and 11 a.m.
here at the towers of Rant Radio Network.
No problems, just solutions. Be sure to call in with your real estate problems, rants, questions, or comments, and let us try find you a solution.
Tell us about an experience, good or bad,
and finally bury the hatchet once and for all.
In the world of real estate, find a fresh perspective. There's a lot more than meets the eye.
Help us to ensure the public trust, one rant at a time.
All right, we're back. I didn't punch Roselle, bite or choke her, so I'll be able to finish the last 2 segments of this show. But getting back to monogamy, we talked about, and it's not sad. People say, oh, well, no, men are not born monogamous creatures. We're not born that way. It is a learned behavior. We learn it through church. We learn it through our mother and dad. We learn it through my aunts and uncles. If our coach is married, hey, he built a great family. And because societal norms say get married, that's what we do. So in order for us to keep our woman, we say we succumb to marriage and monogamy. It's a moment like they always say, marriage is a funeral for singlehood. Like marriage is like
it's that funeral.
It is. See, women are offended by the psyche of a man. I'm telling you the psyche of a man. This is just the honest truth. When a man says, will you marry me? He's excited for you and your future. But the next weekend when he goes and watches Sunday Night Football and he's listening to Chris Collinsworth and the Cowboys are playing the Giants or the Seahawks are playing the 49ers as in this week, it's like, dude, I'm getting married. Like, and the first thing I say, oh, it's about to change your life.
It's the freedom they're always afraid of. They're afraid of losing the freedom. Sure. And I can understand it because I have seen some of my girlfriends that got married and everything needs to be their way. And let me tell you, girls, the testosterone, and I researched even this, they need it because you want that. You marry that man because he's rough, the edge, the edginess, not because he's soft and, just always saying yes. Even says testosterone actually increased libido. And how frequent is his erection? So if he's not seeing
how frequent is his erection?
Yeah.
Damn. Like, I mean, no, I'm saying like it only happens once a week, twice a week. Like
no,
you
I'm
said
just
like,
saying that if you're not fulfilling your testosterone needs, for example, you're not seeing your homeboys, you're not doing there will be no erection. That's what when the sexual in the marriage, there's always complaint that the sex in the marriage is actually declining. It's because they're not fulfilling their testosterone needs. They need to see their homeboys. Let them be. When they get back, they actually have, this needs to have sex with you. And the thing is with women, when men don't want to have sex with women, they feel rejected.
Women feel rejected. Oh, really?
Yep.
I agree with you that in order, I said this in my book as well, that when a man gets married and becomes monogamous, what a woman wants to do is streamline his sources of testosterone. So, for example, if every Saturday night you went out with your boys to the club, or Sunday night you watch football, or Tuesday night you guys went out to happy hour, Taco Tuesdays, or whatever you guys did, women, you must understand that is a direct source. That is a primary source of where he gets his testosterone from. And when you take that from a man, when you take a testosterone from a man, he's simply a living creature. He is not a man. It doesn't work that way. It's not like, married women say, well, I don't want him hanging out with his boys because they're single. Half of his friends are single and half of them married. I don't want him hanging around single men. But you also got to keep in mind that when a married man goes out with a single man, he feeds off of the single man's testosterone. You get what I'm saying? And it's not that he wants to sleep with the woman. He wants to be able to be on par with the single man. You get what I'm saying? It's not, he won't go to the extent of trying to have a one-night stand but he wants to be accepted in the group. He wants to still be accepted into, hey, if I was single, I could still get her. You know, it's not like he wants to have sex with every woman in the club. Not to that degree. No.
They just want to see if
they still got it. You know, because you also got to keep in mind, your mind never ages. You get what I'm saying? So people get confused by the exterior of a man. Your mind gets stronger as you get older. You get what I'm saying? You get more convictions. But although your body deteriorates, so your mind can't see the deterioration of your body. So when in his prime between 27 and 38, that's a man's prime, right? So he's going, but mentally you're going stronger. Physically, after 38, 39, you start deteriorating, but stuff start breaking down. You can't respond after basketball games. Your get back isn't there. You get what I'm saying? So when women choose to streamline a man's fundamental where he gets his testosterone, he's not a man. He's just living.
Yeah.
You know, and it
actually shows in their physical.
Oh yeah,
because
100%.
Yeah, 100%. Testosterone is the one that increases their muscles definitions.
If you I'll give everyone a social experiment. Ladies, here's what you do. No, I'm being candid. Okay. Here's what you do. That sounded so Asian. Okay. Anyway, you're Asian, by the way, right? Okay, good. All right. So, anyways, I give you guys a social experiment. Real simple social experiment. You take your man and you put two beautiful women in front of him. Just find two beautiful women, go to the mall, and just put two beautiful women in front of him. Okay. And watch his mannerisms, watch how he maneuvers, watch how he talks, the octaves in his voice. You know, he sticks his chest out, he becomes a peacock. Then you put 200-300-pound ugly women in front of him. He talks like this. He's unresponsive. He's non-responsive. Excuse me. He doesn't care. That's the answer to the equation. Men are driven by that. Men are driven by the ability to exert testosterone, to exert and show their peacock. That's just a small social experiment, but it carries over to everything in life. If you take that source of testosterone from him, he comes home and he just, he grows man boobs, he grows a belly, then 5 years later he can't tie his shoe. 10 years later, he needs you to help him go to the bathroom. 15 years later, he's in a living assistance program. 20 years later, you're burying him. You know, that's just it, you know, and it's sad and it's true. So what I would say to women out there, yes, you're married. You have to trust the fact that the vows that he said on that special day, that he's willing to commit to them. And how you know he's committed to the relationship? He's consistent. There's no peaks. There's no peaks and valleys when a man is in a commitment. There are peaks and valleys because you do get excited. But that baseline never drops to bottom. It always stays at the 70 percentile, 75 percentile. It never goes below 70.
Actually, I was reading this book. They call it the 80-20 rules. It's like if the men do 80% action and 20% talk, that's actually a keeper rather than a 20% action and an 80% talk. You know? So actually, you do not have, I have this experience that men try to talk too much to impress women.
100%.
Oh
yeah,
my God. No, don't do that. Usually your action should be showing already your accomplishment. You do not have to say anything. If you're a confident man, you do not have to run your mouth.
You don't.
So that's one of the things about being single woman. There's a lot of men out there that's actually, they got it the first time. I was talking to my friend Sevita about this, that they got our attention and we were interested, and all of a sudden he just opened his mouth and we're like, ugh. It's very fragile situation.
It is. It can go south really quick.
It can really go south.
Extremely fast.
After she said, maybe you guys should have a topic for that.
What topic?
Like topic that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it. Yeah, we actually spoke about that. Okay.
How could you mess up something? Because we already predetermine if we want to sleep with a man. The first time we talk to them or the first time we see them or like at the club. So those are like singles, and I think that's what the worries of the women when their husbands go out, because it's already predetermined by women if they want to sleep with that man.
There's always going to be competition, man. We live in a capitalist society, so married woman, single woman, married man, single man. Laws of competition in marriage, out of marriage, they're apparent and they're alive and well. You know what you gotta do as a married man or as a single man. Hold true to the core of a married man. If you're a single man, hold true to being core of a single man. You know, it's don't fall into the trap. Well, I'm losing this race, so I'm gonna be a jealous SOB. No, don't be jealous. It's just the law of the land. We live in a capitalist society, so we're a competition-driven society. It's nothing we will ever be able to do about that. So go ahead.
Do you think single men are having more best sex rather than a married man? Are they having best sex?
I would say yes. I would definitely say that single men, because they're having more first-time occasions. So, for example, if I'm going to sleep with the woman for the first time or first couple of times, by all means, it's going to be simply amazing. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like marriage is like a marathon, a marathon that never stops. So you lose strength and you lose testosterone and you lose power along the way. So if you're running your first mile at a 6-minute clip, mile 330,000, year 30, you're not going to be running the race that fast. You're almost in a slow run, fast walk by then. You know, so that's the reality of it. You know, and I would be a fool or not being truthful by not saying that to people. So they are, so I would say single men, they have, because you know more. The biggest reason is the face changes. So, I mean, you have sex with Lisa on Tuesday. Next week, you can have sex with Maria, Blanca, Sevilla, Joy. The list can go on and on and on. So if the face is changed, it spikes your testosterone.
Yep.
That's why men, and the only way you have to accept, only way you can spike a man, you have to allow a man to be a man in the bedroom. You want him to be emotional. Yeah, we'll be emotional. We'll be soft. And that's cool. But 80% of the time, we're in the bedroom, we're playing football. We're playing contact basketball. We're playing contact tennis. Like, this is, like, I want to see if you can return my serve. Like, this serve is going to be 126 miles an hour. I'm Venus Williams right now. I'm Rafael Nadal. Can you hit my serve? And if you can't, I'm going to see if I can hit it faster. I'm going to see if I can hit it harder. You get what I'm saying? So we're coming back. God, no.
Really?
Fred and Roselle, we're coming back. Dirty Truth Radio for the last segment.
You
have what?
I have a comeback for that.
You have a comeback for that? So you can return my serve? We'll be back. We're going to hear Roselle's Return My Serve. Dirty Truth Radio. Fred and Roselle. We'll be right back.
Ticketsurgeon.com. Reach us at 855-WIN-4-199.
Did you get caught speeding, texting while driving, or doing anything else you weren't supposed to do?
Give us a call. Don't miss work. Don't lose out on the money. Don't get any more points. What about your insurance? Let us fight for you. Ticketsurgeon.com at 855-WIN-4-199.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra-modern, ultra-clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
Been in an accident? Then you need your vehicle professionally repaired. That's exactly what you get when you bring your vehicle to Greg's Auto Body Repair. Free quotes within minutes. We will provide everything you need for a hassle-free auto body repair, from an accurate estimate to working with your insurance company. We will get your vehicle to its pre-accident condition as soon as possible. Greg's Auto Body has been serving Los Angeles County and local cities since 1970. Call us at 562-789-1300.
The Share Foundation is the health division of the Coy Chiropractic Institute, a 501c3 509A2 public nonprofit organization dedicated to the growth and development of the natural health care services, in particular through the chiropractic profession, offering health services at the Share clinics in the greater Los Angeles area. Your donations can help in expanding these facilities across the nation, research programs, and public education, thus offering a solution to the many of the health challenges we face. Your donations are tax deductible and can be sent through our website at www.sharefoundation.com. That's www.cherfoundation.com by clicking on the donation button. Thank you.
What's up, guys? Sports Guru
and Bud Knocker
from the Sportscast, Wednesdays, 12 to 2 Pacific on Rant Radio Network.
We got everything you need to know about sports. We got all the latest video highlights. We got You Got Knocked the Fuck Out. We got Bonehead of the Week. We're talking sports, drinking beer, and having a good time.
If you missed the show, go to rantradionetwork.com and listen on demand. So check us out every Wednesday, 12 to 2 on Rant Radio Network.
All right, if you've been living under a rock or you missed the first 45 minutes of the show, shame on you. We're talking about married life versus single life.
Yep. So far, it's even.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's even. Well, single, they're having more sex, good sex. And when you're in a relationship, your emotional satisfaction, having someone's, got your back and the cuddleness and travel companionship, it's there. Who's there with you when you're single? Boo-hoo. Okay, now I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Is the mystery still there when you're married?
Mystery?
First of all, does men love mystery?
It's fun. It's
really?
fun. Oh, the chase is oh man.
Is it the chase?
Oh my
I
God.
thought boys like it, but men, they don't.
Oh man, oh my God, yeah, the chase is fun. Like I would have loved to do treasure hunts and and oh man, yeah, the mystery is it's like an endorphin, adrenaline rush, testosterone. Yes, yes. So ladies, if you're out, yes, if you want to do something for your man, yes, bring mystery in. Bring mystery. I'm getting all choked up about it. See, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, bring in the mystery. Yes.
So it disappears when
bring in Mr. Mystery. Yeah, he needs to be found.
Okay, so the mystery disappears when you're in a relationship.
Yeah. For women, it's called fantasy. For a man, it's called mystery. So yeah, bring in your fantasies, and which is a synonym for mystery, and we'll make it happen.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, and this one I asked this. Are women more emotional when they're single or when they're married?
I think you said single.
I said single.
I say married. Because but you got to keep in mind my single life. My single life, I didn't really deal with many women emotions. This sounds very callous, but I knew that there was going to be another woman. I never had People think I make stuff. I make this up. I never had an issue being single. It was my hardest part was committing to one woman, But I never had an issue. I never did a backflip or lost many nights sleep when it came to. I always knew next revolving door, no big deal. It's your loss. It was your loss.
I think women are more emotional when they're single or just starting to date someone because of the uncertainty. There is an unsureness of where is this going, and women always want to make sure that they're investing because we have a time clock. And it's biological for us to carry kids and get married. And we have a time clock. Am I wasting my time for this man?
Isn't it amazing how when a woman is competing against her her biological time clock. She gives up certain things for a man. Like I'm talking about as a whole. Like you see these beautiful women who want to keep their shape in their 20s, and then they realize at 34 they want to have a baby. It's funny what they will give to have a man. It's amazing.
It's in our DNA.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's for some reason it's just sticking inside us and we could not explain it.
So is it better? So what people want to know, is it better single life or married life? What's better?
For me, it's the same.
The same?
It has a pros and cons.
It has pros and cons?
You know what? It depends on your own happiness. If you're happy that you're married, that's good. If you're happy that you're single, that's good. But if you're miserable as a single woman,
if you're miserable you can't be miserable single.
Right? You're doing something wrong.
You only could be miserable married. I'm seriously. It's a choice
to be single.
It's a choice to be single and miserable. Because you can always change your circumstance. You can always say, you know what? I'm going to go to a different place to meet people. I'm going to change locations. Married is legal boundaries. So, for example, there's a process you must go through. So, but if you're single and miserable, it's on you.
I actually come up with this morning.
Oh, okay.
I told my girlfriend.
Roselle's wisdom. Let's hear it. Drum roll.
I said, if you want to date the man that you want, change who you are. Because you attract the same man that you are, not what you want.
Okay.
So if you want someone that is outgoing and you're introverted, be outgoing. Then you will attract outgoing men.
You think so?
Yeah.
But that's not who she is.
Well, it's going to blend anyway.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to disagree with you to a certain extent. I think if you be great at who you are, at your if you are great at massaging your personal DNA, then you will attract truly who you want. You don't think that?
No, you attract who you are.
You attract who you are? Like, for example.
Not what you want.
I use myself as an example. Let's use Fred Hawthorne as an example. Just so you know, you only can be an expert on yourself. You can't be a math expert. You can't be a science expert. You can't be a sports expert. No. The only thing you could be an expert on life is yourself. So when people say, I'm an expert at fixing TVs. No, you're not an expert. Like, doctors aren't even experts. They're practicing medicine. Lawyers aren't even. They're practicing law, and they've been in school for 20 years. So the only thing you can be an expert on as a human is being yourself. So I'll use myself as an example.
Okay.
What are we talking about again?
It's like
I just went off a tangent, just forgot.
I want my friend to change who she is.
Oh, yeah, okay, good. I totally forgot. I'm getting all. Oh, so anyways, if you are who you're supposed to become.
Ready to attack.
If you are who you're supposed to be, you see yourself. If you are who you're supposed to become, you can attract the world. And that's where, I use myself as an example because I came from nothing. Single parent home, dad was abusive, dad drank. Everything was going against me, right? But I said at some point in my life, and I think it began in 7th grade when I met Mr. Early, where I saw like a really great black man, and I said, I want to be more like him. There was a certain point in my life where I said, you know what? I can be more. I can do more. And it didn't happen. It didn't happen that day, but I made a commitment to myself.
But you changed who you are. You were.
I didn't change who I was.
You evolved.
I allowed my greatness to manifest through my actions.
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
No, you said change. You said
okay,
the word change.
Evolve to, if you want to attract successful men, be successful. Be successful. If you want to attract outgoing men, be outgoing. If you want, this is because I changed. I evolved literally for myself. I'm going to use myself as an example also. I always want someone who will make time for me. And for some reason, I couldn't even do that. I was like, why am I dating if I don't even have time to date? So what I did is I evolved myself to making time. And then I started attracting men who will make time for me.
So at the end of the day, we're telling our audience to let their greatness manifest through themselves. Is that what you're telling them? Or are you telling them something different? I'm confused because you said if you want to be outgoing, be outgoing. But you can be an introvert and attract outgoing people if you're self-assured. You get what I'm saying? If your spirit is one, see, I talked about this last week. If your energy is not fragmented, that's why people are attracted to people in relationships because their energy is centered. They're not chasing.
They're aligned.
They're not chasing. They're just running a race. They're not chasing no one. They're just running their own race at their own tempo. When you're running life, when you're running the game of life at your tempo, you are winning. 100% winning. When you're chasing, you know the men in the club, you call them thirsty, right? When you see a man in the club, oh, he's thirsty. And you see a 25-year-old man, 35-year-old man, you look at him like, oh, he's struggling in life. There's something about his eyes, something about his movements where you can tell that he's struggling. You get what I'm saying? But when your energy is efficient, when it's one, when it's unified, I believe you can attract anything. I don't believe you have to change.
Like, for example, okay, let's do it on the other side of the fence. For example, there is a man out there that is just a jerk, but looking for a good woman. But he's a jerk. So are you going to say, okay, don't change? Because he's going to say, well, she needs to take me for who I am.
Jerks are not born. So he wasn't born a jerk. He chose to be a jerk.
He chose to be a jerk.
Yeah, it's like he chose. It's like you chose to do pole, right? Just like we chose to do a radio show. That is a choice for him to be a jerk.
Okay,
you don't come out of the womb being a jerk.
Oh, well, I know that man is actually a combination of what they were nurtured and all. It's actually what they learned from their mother and the other women around them. That, at least, do we agree with that? So what I'm saying is that if there's a man out there that's saying she needs to take me for who I am, I'm not going to change.
You must evolve. But to say that you have to change, you have to throw up your DNA and restructure it. No, I don't believe you can do that as a human being.
We grow as a person.
Maybe we're saying the same thing. You're just using the wrong verb.
Yeah, I think so because I was 10 years ago is not the
so
same
you've
person
evolved. So
anymore.
what would you? So
I grew.
You grew. You didn't. So that's not changing.
It changed.
No, that's not changing. That's evolution. That's not changing.
It changed.
Yeah. From okay, fine. We'll use the word change, but that's not the right verb to use.
Okay, then we will find a right verb.
So, anyways, we got a minute and a half.
So single or take it?
I don't know.
See?
I honestly can't
answer
it.
There's no group happier than the other person. You have to be happy within yourself.
It starts yourself. So who's gonna win the fight this week? Who's gonna win the fight? Canelo or Mayweather? Who's gonna win the fight?
I don't like Mayweather, so I'm gonna go the other one.
Really? Why, you're a Pacquiao fan?
Yes.
Is that why? Oh, I'm Floyd. Team Mayweather. Get that money. I'm actually going to the fight, so I'm actually really excited.
I got an invitation. I have to decline. Thank you very much.
Turn your head that way. So I'm actually
because
going to the fight.
To go, but
I'm actually covering the fight, so I'm doing an article on the fight. So which is good. So I get to go to the fight for free, and people are paying thousands of dollars to be there. So that's pretty exciting. So
I know the ticket's going to be expensive.
Yeah, because I was actually going to pay for a ticket, and I realized I'm doing the fight, so it actually worked out really well. So, but anyways, so I'll give you guys a report on the fight next Tuesday and how exciting it was, and we'll go from there. So where can they find us?
Oh, Dirty Truth Radio Show on Instagram, on Twitter, and, of course, on Facebook.
On Facebook. So do all that. Roselle will be in touch with you, and I apologize because I always get messages during the show on Facebook, and I forgot my Mac today. So I apologize, but we appreciate you tuning in. We're in a dead heat. We don't know single life. There are pros and cons to both.
Men love mystery. Men love us advertise.
Yes. What does that mean?
Advertise. Don't change. Don't gain weight.
Never gain weight, ladies. Never gain weight. Only when you're 1 to 9 months pregnant. But outside of that, you cannot gain. You're not allowed to gain weight. Dirty Truth Radio. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.